They thought I fell off. I was just in the cocoon. I didn't go ghost. I went in. Discipline over distraction. Value over validation. Welcome back to the Philosofee Show. This podcast is not for everybody. Some people are cool with where they are, and that's fine. But this one, this episode, this era, it's for the ones who want more. I'm not saying you gotta think like me. I'm saying if you feel like there's something more out there for you, if where you at ain't where you wanna stay, then you might be right here with me. See, the hardest thing for me lately has been being around people who don't want to grow. Not even spiritually, just mentally, emotionally, financially. I get bored quick. Not because I'm ungrateful, but because I know I've tasted purpose and I want more of it. So I'm picking my pleasures wisely. I've pulled back drastically. I ain't smoking every day no more. I ain't drinking just to pass time. Nah, if I do it now, it's a celebration, not an escape. I might go 3 months clean, locked in, then loosen up for a weekend. But I'm done making habits out of distractions. I'm at the halfway mark in life, and I've decided I want to live the way I want to live for the rest of my life, starting now. What I've learned in this cocoon stage is that tomorrow don't even exist yet. Yesterday, gone. So really, it's all about today. And the question becomes, what kind of moments are you creating while you're here in this wild, beautiful simulation they call Earth? What will you make out this moment? 'Cause that's the only thing real. This moment.
Instagram bridge, put that on the bottom. She gon' get this. She say she like the ride. She slid in my ride. Hop in the whip, baby girl. You know we good. No Diddy, no Drake. Let's get that up. Might be some baby auto. A little smack and a little tussle, no fist though. You know what's happening. Take a week off, queen. We going places. Paris, Monaco, palaces. Don't pack your shit. I know you got me on the back.
Oh yeah, we are back on the Philosofee Show, baby. And first and foremost, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, the ones that's getting noticed and the ones that has been forgotten. From heaven to the ones on earth right now. Happy Father's Day. Let it ring, you know. I'm celebrating today. I have the premium jungle juice in hand, sharing it with my brethren.
Yes, sir. Happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you.
Big business.
All day, every day. And a special shout out to my boy, Daddy Rich. I know he don't have biological children, but he do have children that he looks after and they're or just like his kids. I don't think he has that's just how he's made. You know what I'm saying? This been another great week. The Most High, man, be talking to me through situations, bro. It's just like, man, I'll be asking out loud questions, and he just be like, the situations just go right. I'm like, okay, all right. It's basically what I think, but I'm asking like it ain't that. It's like it is like it every time. It's like, okay, all right, well, I'm just gonna have to grind It's really no, how can I say it? And this goes right with what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's Father's Day. And don't take this episode as negativity. This is the part of the male experience where we talk about certain things we don't get to talk about because y'all don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And we get that. So this is really against my spirit. I ain't gonna say it's against my spirit. It's against what I normally do when we call complaining or expressing our gripes, telling people how we really feel, because regardless of what people say, you know it's a whole lot of people out there who probably got a whole lot of things that they shouldn't be fussing about. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of good things that's going on in this world, but it's always somebody complaining. Always. So, you know, you have to sit back, and then I just think about people like Socrates and, you know, Martin Luther King, the humbleness of individuals to be like, all right. You know what I'm saying? We can sit there and be like, what you complaining about, all this and all that. But we're not them when it all comes down. So, and that's all. That's it. So, today, since it's Father's Day, I'm going to take the stand and be that mean father, just like you. Motherfuckers don't give a fuck about us like that for real. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's those out there who do. I personally do. It's not, I don't live in that world of, I've been in it. I'm going to say it like that, but I've not been around too many father bashers, except the ones I've fathered my children with. You get what I'm saying? So I can speak on it on both ends. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've been the father who got a letter from child support around Father's Day, knowing I take care of my kids. But it's not about it. In some realms, it's not about taking care of your kids. It's not. It's about what can they take away from the father as much as they can. What can I take away from this guy? It's once we gone and done with each other, how much can I get from this person? Period.
That's it.
You know, and me being a male with 4 BMs, children's mothers, I've been through that shit more than once. You know, I'm one of them fathers who was taking care of the kids and never got an income tax check from it. Because the mother or the grandma, whatever their situation is, I've dealt with that as a father. I dealt with being there for my kids way more than the mother and fighting for the child and having to split, and the mama try to burn out with the kids, go to a whole nother state. So I can speak on that having. I can also speak on behalf of having a great co-parenting mother of my children. You know what I'm saying? So it's not one pill for all, but out of majority with stories I done seen with other people and then my own stories, it's kind of hectic.
Man, it's a lot of stories, brother.
It's kind of hectic, bro. But we'll get into that later on. I really want to go back into just this week. I know y'all just saw that promo, baby. I know you just saw that promo with that. It's time. It's time. We got 2 hot ass videos popping off right now. Remember when my daddy Rich? Yeah. And you got Tweets of the Dime Ride featuring the GOAT R&B sensation Jay Waiters, who also is headlining, and he bringing his team with him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The Yours Awards that's coming up 2025 on Veterans Day.
Yeah.
And I know you're off that day, so
Stay tuned.
come on. It's in
Come on
Collinsville, Old Harold.
Yeah.
4 p.m. to 8 p.m. so we can get you home at a decent time. But I'm gonna tell you like this, and I know Daddy Rich gonna be able to back me up with this. Dress to impress. We will be giving out that Dressing to Impress award. It ain't gonna be called Dressing to Impress, but it's gonna be Best Dress Yours Awards 2025, the first one.
It's going down, y'all.
So make sure y'all come out and stay tuned. And like I said, also in that promo, if you didn't peep, Louis Wood Radio is coming back, baby.
Coming back.
You know what I'm saying?
It's coming back.
The rebirth. I'm coming back with my peoples. LC Raz. You know what I'm saying? You already know how we do when we get down on together, man. But you know, Raz a fool on his own.
Yeah. Shout out to Raz, man.
All day. It got a whole lot of knowledge. And the way we coming back with that Louis Wood Radio, bro, we gonna throw in. We gonna always have Louis Wooden. That's when Raz got his crazy questions. His stories, and see what would you do. We gonna throw in that What You Talking About game show, which, you know what I'm saying? It either gonna be, we have guests, we're gonna put the guests in there, you know what I'm saying? And then it'll be Raz going against them. So it'll be Raz against them.
Oh, this gonna get exciting.
Yeah, so whoever, if the challengers win, you get 3 tries before you get to that $50.
Okay.
So you get 3 rounds. If you can win 3 in a row, you get paid.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? And then we throw a little other perks in there. You know what I'm saying? You know, we do what we do. So it's going down, man. And that's coming July 4th with the dropping of the video ride. And that video is for the ladies, man.
Fireworks.
Yeah, it's going
I don't
down.
know about y'all, but I'm being home. My wife like, she say she like the ride. Come get in my ride.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's how we get down, man, no doubt. So I had a very great weekend, man. I took the boys to Golden Corral. And this one thing, man, that I want y'all to respond to this, because I even told them this. I'm like, this bothers me. And I used to do, because normally I'd be with my woman or whoever I'm with when we go, and they don't be current. You know what I'm saying? Or anybody I know don't be current, because the kids steady do the same thing. Now, I know it's a buffet. I get that. But don't go up there and pile up all that food. Come back to this table and don't eat none of it. And then a waitress or the waiter got to pick that up. You know what I'm saying? Don't eat. Dude, I used to hate that. I mean, pile up the plate and don't eat half of it. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like that. That's like the true gluttony, like, thing that I just see. Like, that's, you know what I mean, hungry people out here.
Yeah,
we talk
racist.
about hungry people.
Yeah,
Just because it's all you can eat, that's showing how some people, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm gonna go up there and get everything. Like, no. Eat like you know you got all day to eat.
Got all day. Like, we want to taste a little bit.
Right.
Little samples of it.
Right.
Yeah, man. Not wasteful. Man.
Not, and look, so I told them that, man, they didn't hardly eat shit. Like, even my son, like, you know, they 12, so they don't understand that I can read them. You know what I'm saying? They be talking, not knowing that you already caught. I just ain't gonna say. I'm gonna see how y'all gonna act. They up there, dude went and got, this cookie is disgusting. Dude, so all this time, right, because when they saw us rolling, they like, yeah, you know, they was super happy. But then when I said that, Nah, y'all was happy to put shit on y'all plate, act like you gonna eat it and waste it. No, you know tell y'all. Let me know. Do y'all take y'all kids there so they can do that? Cause that's practicing gluttony. You know, regardless, all you can eat means eat your portion as many times as you can.
And you can make a different type of meal. You can have some chicken with macaroni.
Yes.
Chicken with mashed potatoes. You may have meatloaf with mashed potatoes. You have a variety of items at your disposal to make a plate.
Man.
But a decent plate. Not just put everything on there. Some of the stuff don't even go together. And then waste it. Only get what you know you're going to eat.
Please.
Now, if you ain't sure how it tastes, you like, say, lasagna, but you're not sure that the lasagna they make
Right.
is going to hit your taste buds right. Get you a sample.
Get a sample. Don't get a
A
whole.
small little square, put that on the plate. A few other items, then go try that. Then if that don't hit your taste buds, you can always go back. But don't get a lot of items piling up and then you don't eat it. And then you go dessert crazy because they got ice cream, cookies, cakes, cheesecake. Calm yourself down.
Calm down. We here. Like we wasn't even there that long. We normally be there alone.
Could you imagine if they had crab legs?
Oh man, especially these kids. Not, I swear. Oh, and another shout out too to HB Promotion Helen Banks.
Shout out to Helen Banks.
I did the her Sweet 16 for her daughter. Yeah, that was a hard crowd.
Oh wow.
That was a hard crowd to DJ, bro. That was, you know, and I was letting them know, and HB was too. It was like, hey, I only can do what I can do, y'all. I can admit, first of all, you're a female, and then you're 16. So it's like, I can't sit here and say I know all, because they pulled me up on game with a lot of music.
Oh wow.
Like some of them was like they into their step music. So they hooked me up on some stepping music that they listen to. And then it was a lot of drill music.
They want that.
Like a lot of it. Female and all.
They can't get enough of drill.
Yeah. So it was a good, but they were still happy. I did turn them up. I said, you know, once I started learning, all it is just learn where you going with it and start figuring it out. And I got my turn up on them though.
Definitely.
Yeah, I turned them up. So I appreciate HB, man. She put me in the game for DJing these events and then these parties. I always nothing but love for them, man. August 9th is going down. I'll be DJing the all white, headlined by Mike Larry. Not the one y'all thinking about in St. Louis. This is another but prominent comedian. You know what I'm saying? It'll be at the Epic Event Center. Look it up in St. Charles. Well, no, off St. Charles Rock Road in Bristol. You know what I'm saying? So it's going down. My people, Daddy Richard, be there performing. All white, you know, man. That all white. That it's all white. It's required. Yeah. So we gonna be in that mug all whited out. You know what I'm saying? You know that white be looking good on the brother.
Hey,
You know.
It's on, y'all.
Yes, sir. It's going down. All right. Anything you got to talk about, brother?
It's a great week. Getting ready to start this next school year type of, functioning at work. Got all my school situated for the summer, so that was big. They kept calling because I told them, if anything in here is wrong, keep calling. I'm coming right out.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say they was delighted with my work.
Good.
I went and got everything up, running, fixed, to they liking. supply, entry, keys, all that. So it's time to get ready for that 25, 26 school year.
25,
Man,
26.
it's something to brewing.
Yeah.
We'll talk offline, but it's something to brewing.
Okay.
And I was like, dang. It's like that?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, man. It's been a great week, man. I ain't got no complaints. We got Juneteenth coming up.
Yeah.
Thursday. Man, that came kind of quick.
It
Shout out to
did.
them fathers again, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all holding it down. It's a thankless job, but keep on doing it, man.
Please.
Best foot forward, man. You know what I'm saying? Embrace your child, man. They need that from you. You know, this is the flip side of the streets. The streets wanted you to be hard, stand on it, stand on business. But when it come to your kids, man, you gotta be nurturing, you gotta be accepting, you gotta be loving, you gotta embrace them, man. Kiss them on the forehead, man. Them your kids, bro.
Your offspring.
Soften up a little bit on your kids, man, and just embrace them, man, and keep giving them that game, man.
All day.
That kept you out here alive.
Yeah. Real talk. It's a question that I got as a father to the world, man. Like, what are we getting these kids ready for? You know what I'm saying? That's like, as a father, there should be an answer. You should have an answer to that, because if you don't, what are you prepping your children or your son or whoever for? Because I know my daddy and them wasn't prepping me. I don't know what they was prepping me for. What they thought they was, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure my grandpa and them was prepping them for something different than what they would have been prepping me for. So that's a question I got for the world, for fathers. Let us know what we prepping our kids for, you know? And I know somebody gonna say, well, what about the mamas? It's the same shit, right?
Father's Day. We get to the end of May.
We sure
You know what
would.
I'm talking about?
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir.
speaking for my father, Big Rich, man, I understood that he was prepping me for this world to be hard. He was prepping me to protect family at all costs.
Yes, sir.
And that's what I got from him.
Yeah.
No matter what, who with you or against you, protect family at all costs.
At all
You know what I'm
costs.
saying?
Yeah.
I get it now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Shout
sir.
out to you, Pops.
Shout out
Rest
to
in
him.
peace, man.
Damn right. We need that. All right, on that note, man, let me see. Let me go ahead and pull that up.
You already know what time it is. This next segment is for the soul. It's time for Straight Out the Book with my brother Daddy Rich. I don't know what scripture or passage he bringing today, but I know it's going to be a relevant one. So go ahead, bro. Bless the mic. Bless the mic.
We in here, y'all. This segment
Yes,
is
sir.
called Straight Out the Book. I'm your man, Daddy Rich, and we are the council.
Yes, sir.
Today I have Ephesians 6:4, New International Version. That's the NIV. It reads as thus: Fathers, do not exasperate your children. Instead, bring them up in the training and instruction of the Lord. Happy Father's Day, brothers.
Thank you, brother. Woo!
That's not left to circumstances. That's a command
Yeah.
from our Heavenly Father that says, do not exasperate your children. Instead, bring them up in the training and instruction of the Lord. That's our responsibility, fellas. Happy Father's Day. Love y'all, brother.
All day, all day. All right. With that was a strong scripture for Father's Day. Just to let you know that. How do you apply the word when you're trying to lead, but feel unseen or unappreciated.
Sick being unseen and unappreciated. It comes down to the commandment that you're given from your heavenly Father.
Mm.
But go in it and approach it knowing that most times you're going to be unseen, unheard, unappreciated. But it's still a responsibility. We're still being held accountable for moving forward and doing what thus said the Lord.
Yes, sir. I love it, man. That's why we got Daddy Rich. That's why we got Daddy Rich in the mother house. Excuse my French.
It's easy to do when everybody clapping for you.
Yeah, it is, ain't it?
What happened when they ain't clapping for you?
That battery out your back.
You know what I'm talking about?
All day.
Fathers, man.
Yes, sir. All day, man. Appreciate that, Rich, as always. That was right on time. Y'all make sure y'all sit with that, reflect on it, and let it feed you this week. That was straight out the book. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Stars steady falling, destiny calling. Remember the falling, remember the falling. Stars steady falling, destiny calling. Remember the falling, remember the falling.
I remember when it wasn't about hoes and thugs. Let's go back to the days when we was showing some love. Cause my city bigger than guns and drugs, and my city's bigger than shootings at clubs. Politicking with a chicken, that was the mission. Relaxing, just sipping, no policy hidden. Burdens were few, see cats with the kittens. When laws came around, then niggas got missing. It was ciphers going down, we parking lot pimping. Cars rolling up, drop the windows that's tinted. Daps and hugs, show mutual feelings. MCs all around, it was stiff competition. We progress, this hip-hop agenda. Those without bars, we return to sender. Nights at High Point, I clearly remember. Shout out to Luke Mine and DJ Finster. The culture took form, it looked like a blender. Patients were patronized, consumed by the splendor. Euphoric was the scene, everyone was contenders. When giants fell down, it kinda sound like timber. I remember when it wasn't about hoes and thugs. Let's go back to the days when we was showing some love. Cause my city bigger than guns and drugs, and my city's bigger than shootings at clubs. I remember when it wasn't about hoes and thugs. Let's go back to the days when we was showing some love. Cause my city bigger than guns and drugs, and my city's bigger than shootings at clubs. I remember chicken wing cookouts, needing no lookouts, food stamps. I was scared to pull the book out. DJ spinning, speakers still hitting. Old school cars with the souped up engine. Cardinal Glennon, chrome rim spinning. Clark Wallabies with your favorite linen. Hugging the block was usual things. And 2 for 15, I'm trying to get that cream. Before slime balls was slick and backdoor tricks. Someone deep in the game and shit got thick. I chose to leave it in the game and switch my fix. Now I'm still here writing these hits. Hip hop is the shit. As I state my claim, by time these niggas notice the name, I'm Daddy Rich. I brought it back to the state, just hoping that these cats can relate. I remember when it wasn't about hoes and thugs. Let's go back to the days when we was showing some love. Cause my city bigger than guns and drugs, and my city's bigger than shootings at clubs. I remember when it wasn't about hoes and thugs. Let's go back to the days when we was showing some love. Cause my city bigger than guns and drugs, and my city's bigger than shootings at clubs.
Next topic gonna sting a little bit Father's Day, the holiday that feels more like an obligation than a celebration. The cards be generic. the energy be low, the grills get lit, but the love don't. Let's talk about how modern fathers are really viewed compared to back in the day, when being a dad meant something. Now, it feels like we're more tolerated than truly honored, more expected than appreciated. We're diving into all that and more this Sunday on the Philosophy Show. You don't want to miss this one.
Oh, give it to him.
Yeah. All right. All right. We are back on the Philosophy Show.
Yeah.
Y'all see who on this the goddamn screen. You see us. You see it. All right. So I'm sticking to my mean old Charleston White attitude today. Just to let it out, man, because I don't get to complain to too many people. And you don't, even when talking to your kids, you don't even want to complain. You don't even want to put that. Even like I've talked to my kids, and it's so hard. Like I don't want to. I'll be like, your mom is a good individual. I'm not saying anything for you to go back and you blah and all of that. And to be real with you, I still love them. I just can't be with them. You know what I'm saying? That's just reality, because you can't. Like I hear people say, don't lie to the kids, but then you don't. When we do lie to them, we lie about the wrong shit. So I would rather be up front so they can kind of read you when you saying your mom. When you saying your mom is a good person, they hear that. You know what I'm saying? But I can't be with her. They can understand. They can probably understand more reasons why I'm not with them than anybody else.
24 hours a day.
So that's how I talk to them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want to talk bad in no type of way. But talking to grown people about the situation, you know what I'm saying? It's some people do some wild things when they're young. You know? And people try to, this is my purpose, I feel like, to get smarter as I get older. Not get stupider while you getting older. Like, I don't supposed to go to jail when I'm 40. You know what I'm saying? Like, even in the 30s, it's kind of, you know what I'm saying? If I've never been in jail and I've never tried to go to jail. That's what I'm talking about.
It's real.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm getting better the older I get, I'm happy with that. And I understand your body that's life. I'm talking about your mind, your emotions, understanding you're gonna need different things when you get to a certain age. So how you gonna make that happen? You can't not just think about it.
It'll be on you before it'll be past you.
That's the real reason that's what I want to put into my children. Because that's one thing I felt I needed as a young child growing up. Not parenting. I had parenting. I'm talking about parenting with also growing. My parenting was making sure I had food, motherfucking clothes, I was going to school. Wasn't nobody telling me about bullies and women and people who gonna be talking liars and all that. I didn't have nobody. I learned all that shit on my own. Maybe like after it happened, my auntie helped me a lot with that. You know what I'm saying? I can't say once I did certain stuff, I talked to my auntie, and luckily my auntie was a solid individual. You know, there's only one thing that happened with me between me and my auntie, and she didn't even know, and it was still my fault. But that was one of them things where he was a friend to my auntie, so I felt like that was a solid individual. That boy wasn't solid at all.
Oh,
Yeah, that boy wasn't solid at all.
oh wow.
Yeah, he was solid for her, but he wasn't a solid individual. So, but besides that, that was who, that's, I think a child who can, if you can tell a child something and they can conceive it, when they get older, it'll help out. And I'm talking about mental things. I understand jobs and all that. We didn't know nothing about podcasts when we was coming up.
Zero.
I think we probably didn't know until we was 30, dawg. If that.
Dang.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Not 30.
we Ubers, Instacart, wasn't none of that around. So who knows? I'm talking about mental strengthness. Mental strengthness, resilience, knowing what you want for real, and understanding that I hear a lot of, like I see it with my kids, man. I'm just being honest. Because you see them when they little, you see them little to grow up. That's, you see them and you feel them and you know them. They don't be knowing, bro. They don't be knowing. You know what I'm saying? They don't be knowing. And I can just understand, like when I was young, that's why I said I had parenting. I knew not to go outside when you know what I'm saying, when I ain't supposed. I knew when to come home and all that. But the actual experience in life and what if I had, like I do, I'm a generational whip. I feel like I can get that. I didn't have nobody telling me how to get that. You know what I'm saying? It was more survival, pretty much. You get out of high school, you talk about going to college, and I went to college. But I probably shouldn't have went to college. I probably not. Man, I went to college to prove that I could go to college.
That probably was us all.
You know,
In a nutshell, that's what it is.
it's like
It's just to prove you can finish what you started.
that's I went to college, like I went to Forest Park, I went to Herstow, I went to Veterant, and I went to ITT Tech. I went to 4 different colleges. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking I'm missing a college in there somewhere, but them 4 colleges I took, Veterant was, of course, a trade school, so I did building maintenance and HVAC. ITT Tech, I did electrical engineering and project management. Forest Park was more general, like general classes. Yeah, G and Ed. So I did like Black History, and I don't even remember them classes, man. It was just like high school. I wasn't going to college to be like high school. That's wasn't my. But I shouldn't have did that anyway. Herstow, I just felt out of interest. It was just I wasn't interested in those electives or whatever we was doing. It wasn't interesting. And it was like high school too, a continuation of high school. Which not bad, don't get me wrong, because I loved high school. You know what I'm saying? But I was looking for a different experience, and this probably was just making money. It was probably just making money, not that. But when I went to ITT Tech, that's when I was ready for college. You know what I'm saying? I went all A's except 1B, and I was like focusing. I really just wanted to go there and shine. Just like I had to prove that to myself. Like that was something I had to prove to myself, bro. And murked it on both ends. And I know the Most High was with me because after the electrical engineer classes, what's up, Cynthia Walker?
What up?
And
Lyrical thoughts.
all day. what I was saying, as far as ITT Tech, what was I going with that? I saw that text and it just threw me off. But the point was, I had to prove that, you know, I could go there. I needed the technology experience with the computers and all that, 'cause that definitely came in handy. You know what I'm saying? And after the engineer, that's where I was going with it. After the electrical engineering, the 2 years, I had a chance to either do the bachelor for electrical engineering, which I really didn't want to do, because with that being, that was a lot. The associate was a lot.
Yeah, buddy.
I was doing math, bro, that I really, when I say, oh, so this, when people say, well, I ain't gonna never need that shit. Let me say that
Bro, you
again.
better tell them, bro. It's crazy we had those same experience because we both went there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You may have been at another site.
Oh, it's the
but I went
same.
on the Missouri.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. When that math came, bro, that math came.
Yeah.
That math was math.
That math was math,
I didn't know
man.
how much until then. I was like, oh.
Like you just don't ever listen to other people when it comes to certain things, because I heard that, oh, we ain't gonna never need that. This is where you need that.
This where you need that. For sure. Or you're not getting out of here.
Oh, you not. It's
Hey,
and my
that's
thing,
real, bro.
and this what math taught me too. Like math operations, what you call it, systemics. It's a whole trick. When I got to trigonometry, that's when I'm like, okay, all right.
Oh yeah.
It did problem.
Trigonometry is real.
Oh man! And then what's after? It's something after trigonometry.
Was it calculus?
There you go.
Oh yeah, bro.
Calculus.
We've been there.
Bro, I'm like, so this how I knew this is what math did to me. If you're not willing to learn the processes, then you're not gonna want to do math. You ain't gonna want to solve these scientific problems, or even how to calculate your pension when it gets to a certain time. Like those are where when people be like, oh, you ain't gonna, yes, you're gonna need that. Those X's and those X's minus 2s inside the parentheses over the dividing line with some under that one and a plus on this side with more.
Statistics.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Calculus, trig, you're gonna need all that.
So, yeah, and like I said, I got 1B, and the B wasn't even in math. The B was just some shit that almost pissed me off, but I ain't gonna be mad because, I ain't gonna be mad. That's all.
Hey, them labs is real, bro.
That's the lab too.
They try to downplay ITT.
Oh yeah.
You can't.
It was some real
You talking to
people
two
in there.
brothers who really went through that.
All of it.
Can't downplay.
Nah. And that's, you brought me back to what I was saying. So I had to pick something after the semester was over. And even electrical engineering, if I would have chose that, I would have had to wait a longer time. And I'm like, well, what else y'all got? Most High. Project management.
Start now.
Yeah, and project management was perfect. Project management was perfect. You know what I'm saying? So went straight into that. Man, I swear we was the last graduating class before that lawsuit came. Yeah, like right, boom. I'm like, and I got that forgiven too. So, yeah, they forgave all that, bro. And that was love. Like that was at least 30 to 40,000 took off of my.
I'm trying to figure out how to
Yeah.
get that refund.
Hey, I don't know what this.
Because if you went, you qualified. But it's It's a whole bunch of red tape. It's some hurdles.
And my thing with when Trump in, he ain't trying to. You was best getting it under Joe Biden and and Barack.
Oh yeah.
So
Definitely.
hopefully another Democrat get in next time.
Buddy.
Well, somebody who's against student debt, which I mean, it's kind of hard for people to be on the government against student debt because they are the debt. They the ones who we're going to be owing. It's their debt. Y'all know that student debt is federal. So when people like Joe Biden forgives that, he's going against against the government. So that's why Trump probably taking the money. Yeah, let me get some of that.
Missing something. We got some cash that's the link. Give me that back, boy.
All day.
Man, but yeah, man. I don't even know if people understand, just to tag onto your subject and what you were saying. I don't know if people really understand that we did that.
Yeah.
We're not talking as two undereducated brothers.
Exactly.
We've been there. We went through that fire. So when we say it could be done,
Yeah.
we are living proof and examples that it could be done. And even if I don't get the refund, the money was worth it.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it.
Experiences and knowledge base, it was worth it.
Yeah. I one of the best, like I told you when I went to her, I really, like even with Veterot, it just wasn't, I didn't have the same feeling at ITT. You know what I'm saying? It was straight, I'm like, okay,
It's different.
yeah, I can straight, it's real world learning and they give you the tools. It's like the commercial, it's crazy.
It's real, bro. It's real, man.
Like they give you the tools. Like, dude, I did something. It was a project, and the project was to basically make this elevator schematic work. I can't. It's called something else, but I can't remember exactly what it's called no more. It's been a while. So I'm seeing all these people. They not going by the book. They in the Google, they YouTube and shit. They did it, and I'm just like, I'm trying to be like old school and read the book, and this shit is not making sense. It ain't making sense, bro. So I started doing the same thing they doing. You know what I'm saying? So I started, but doing that, I started to understand it. Cause I couldn't grasp it without seeing it on YouTube. Once YouTube explained it way more than the book. You know what I'm saying? But having the tools there and having people there to guide you, cause they did know what they was talking about. Just in them little time frames, you're not gonna learn that.
You got to get the time frame window in this. When you say fast pace,
Yeah.
miss one day if you want to.
Oh, you missing a lot.
Oh yeah.
Shit, and
You're
then
a week behind if you miss one day.
that's why they try to teach you teamwork. You know what I'm saying? I work with a lot of teams there, a whole lot of teams. You know what I'm saying? So even working with the teams, you might have, well, I know with me, I had about, if you got every class, you probably had a team because you got a project at the end of those classes. You know what I'm saying? So it taught you real world, because these the same people you're going to be working around unless, and if it's not them, it's going to be somebody smarter than them, or, you know what I'm saying, in that type of realm. Because if you don't, technology at one time, especially during our age, we wasn't, your mama them wasn't fucking with it. So you was kind of following that, but you knowing that you had to learn it, but you still, that's two different. It's like if they ain't pressuring you to do it, then you're not really gonna want to. You ain't tripping off of it like that, unless you just got a natural feel for it. I was more of a core person. I didn't know too much about computers. That's why I even went to ITT Tech. So I can get a crash test in it. And it worked. We're going to bring back ITT Tech. Shout out to the ITT Tech alumni.
Bring back ITT Tech.
All right. Let's stick to the subject, man. And we can talk about the ITT Tech days all day. All right, so like I said, I'm going to stick to the grumpy old man who mad. I'm wagging my fingers at you, mothers. Father's Day versus Mother's Day. Look, we're going to look at the energy. Here we go. Mother's Day. You get brunches, balloons, front page love. Father's Day. Maybe a phone call. I'm still waiting on mine. No. Maybe a meme. I don't know. Maybe I can make this a meme. It's not about competition. It's about recognition. And a lot of men feel invisible even when they show up daily. All right? That's that grumpy old man. What y'all got to say about that? You know what I'm saying? I'm an experienced father. And I know the first thing people going to say, oh, what you do to them kids? I was a father. That's why I was to my kids. You know what I'm saying? I was a father. But I got 2 twins at the crib right now. I sent them a text telling them they can cook some food, some type of food, and they can go outside. I still ain't got a Father's Day. Happy Father's Day for my kids. It's a thankless job. You know what I'm saying? That's why I forgot to tell y'all the title for this episode, Father's Day. It's not for the weak. But on the behalf of, I ain't talking about my kids, my auntie and Rena wishing me a happy Father's Day. So I thank y'all. And Kimmy K.
Shout out to y'all.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for the Father's Day. And Cynthia tagged me early in the morning too, so shout out to Lyrical Thought for the Father's Day. Shout out to Ray Lay for the happy Father's Day also. Everybody. Yeah. Man, this jungle juice is juicing, baby. All right, point 2. The evolution of the father figure. Let's see. Back in the days, the father was the anchor, the provider, protector, and disciplinarian. Used to whoop butt. Man, today, that role been flipped, minimized, or erased altogether. Now he's either feared, forgotten, or framed as optional. Woo, that's crazy, man.
Ouch.
Framed as optional. That's a hard word. That's kind of
intentional.
Yeah, super intentional.
In boxing, they say, you hit that head, the body will fall.
Oh yeah.
He is the head. We ask how we get here.
You hear me?
The head ain't the head.
No. Damn near ass backwards.
Man, it's eyes on the ass.
It is.
Obviously.
Literally. Hey, but that's
do not fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
in the tailpipe, you hear me?
Now, on the other side of that, it was a judgment call as who you picked, though.
True that.
Now that's something different. Now if you was out there, as they say in the sea, and you caught the wrong fish, instead of catching fish, you caught an octopus. That's on you and your judgment.
True that. True
But
that.
there's real men, real fathers out there. Put them back at the head of these households. Put them back at the head of this table, and watch the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Because you need them so much more now than ever.
True that.
You know, our kids go to the street to get the last piece of what the father provides.
Mm.
That love, that representation, that making me go from a boy to a man.
Mm.
They turn into the street for that now. That's a father's responsibility. That's a father's job.
Right.
That's not the streets. That's why they're getting false narratives, false love,
Yep.
backdoor, betrayed, and all those things that ain't of love. Because as old as it say, it's looking for love in all the wrong places.
Yes.
You need that father. For all you ladies, I don't need a man. I could do what he do. We see the results. And I'm not saying all the time they're bad results.
All day.
They are the results you get minus the man.
Mm.
However it goes, however amount of love that's in the house, care, protection, finance, you get the result of being absent of that man.
Mm.
Like, we didn't say you needed a man. You should want one, though.
I don't see why not.
And I'm going to back on up off that.
Hey. Well, on that note, but here's the truth.
Mm.
Real fathers still exist.
Still exists.
They just ain't always flashy with it.
Mm.
So it's me and the experience that I'm having exactly what he said in the beginning. It's like you gotta know it's a thankless job. And it's like this too. We hold, it's just like, to me, it's something like when the feminine movement, you know, to each his own. This is just an honest assumption or observation of this situation. You want to say you're equal, but you want it the other way too. You know, why would I open the door for you? I'm opening the door for you because I'm looking at you differently than who I am, or Daddy Rich or another man. You know, I'm coming up to you trying to help you because I'm looking at you as something different. But if you want me to look at you as the same, I don't think everybody want that. And I know that's the truth. You know, because it would take away, it takes away from, it's exactly what you're saying. Like, me personally, I want to provide. That makes me feel great. You know what I'm saying? So, if that's what I want to do, you know, it will be a great thing to get thanked for it. You know what I'm saying? But not all the damn time. You can show your appreciation in other ways. You know what I'm saying? And that's the loyal part. That's the taking care of each other part. It show. It don't have to be a thank you. No, something else. You don't gotta. Me personally, as a father, I'm not looking for thanks every time I do something. I'm looking for the reciprocation of the loyalty. Make my job a little more easier. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff.
Understand my position. Where I'm
Respect.
playing this game from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because this outside world so cruel, man. They not making it easy for you to play that position. So let's get back to honoring that brother. Because you want your flowers.
Yeah. Most
But
definitely.
we want ours, and it's different. It ain't physical flowers. It's acknowledgement of, that's a hard-working brother.
Yes,
I
sir.
love that guy. He take care of me. He take care of these kids. He take care of responsibility. He take care of himself. He fighting them trying to do for us. Just a little acknowledgement go a long way.
A
You know what I'm
long
saying?
way.
But like you said, it ain't every time I do something, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. You can show that in other ways.
Yeah.
You know, subtle ways too that go a long way. Like, hey, you know, let as from the kid, let your father know you thinking about it. Even when you don't want to, just reach out to him. Hey, Dad, how you doing? Just checking on you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that do? Like, okay, every sacrifice was worth it.
Man.
Every dollar, every sweat, every blood drop, all that was worth it. Because now I got this product that I'm raising who's gonna be something.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, getting to see you become that. You know, that's a thank you.
That is
like,
a
man,
thank you.
everything I did, said, I could see this. My kids was listening.
Yes,
because
sir.
I see it in action. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's where the thanks come in. But man, that question still rings in my head. Will you still do this knowing that this is a thankless job? And there are great fathers who still do it knowing that it's a thankless job.
Yep.
That's a man.
That's a man. Man. And that's you have to think about the man who killed himself because the wife left or cheated or trying to take the kids and all that. That's a people don't understand. Like, y'all talk bad about men and all this, but that's hard. That's hard. That is very hard.
Ooh, yeah, brother.
And then y'all make it financial. You know, y'all make it more financial than physical and like, man, I want to be around my kid. I thought we was a family type. You know what I'm saying? So y'all have to look at, you know, that's detrimental. And to cope with that also, because some men just go cold. You know, it kind of take away. Like, I remember dudes who didn't have jobs because of child support. You know, they felt like, you know, and it's like, damn, like, I would not work just because I got to pay child support. I work even more. You know what I'm saying? I figure something out, but I'm not going to not work. You know, so, but those things, you know, I don't think that's a good, I don't think that's a good tool. I think that's what added to the separation of the father and the degrading of the father to that child support system in the Section 8. But that's a whole nother story. You know.
To be a strong father, you got to be willing to be called weak.
Oh my goodness. By the person
Man.
that you had the child with.
Woo. And they still have that same love and feeling. Like, you ain't over here with me. You over there with them. That's a cancer, bro. That's in our community as African Americans. That's what got to stop. Stop siding with the ladder over that man.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning, end of the day, you picked that man to lay down with, to have kids by. Stop siding with the ladder. Be willing to go through that with him. If he willing to be a strong man and be called and known as weak because he's a strong man, ladies, y'all need to be willing to stand over there with him and take that.
Yeah.
You might learn something from that. You might not be so easily led astray of the totality of the house turning into a home, you know, outlook. You know what I'm saying, man? Because they give you everything to subsidize what the man's supposed to.
And they don't get that they teaching if you have boys, y'all don't even understand what that's teaching them. You know, they don't know that while you downgrading their daddy, you downgrading them too.
Downgrading them.
You know what I'm saying?
That's from his loin.
Yeah, I'm just
downgrading them too.
And they don't even get
but
that.
Think of this. And at the same time themselves, you picked them. Man, the bishop just said this at church 30 minutes ago. If he ain't nothing, you ain't nothing.
Man.
If he and you ain't nothing, them kids ain't nothing. I'm talking about just saying it 30, 40 minutes ago.
I'm just saying.
It's real, man. And it's so easy for all the foods going on the other side of the line, whether it be housing, food stamps, child support, health care, whatever it is on the other side of that line that you stand to benefit from walking away from him, you've been had. You've been bought for cheap. You sold yourself for that.
Wow. Yeah. And I don't think people understand that, man.
I don't think they see it from that point of view. But you sold yourself for whatever that was on the other side of that line.
Well, my thing is, I'm starting to think these women do know more than what we know. I'm just saying, because it's like, I don't think women are as innocent as they used to be. I'm just saying, like, I thought it was an innocence to women for a long, long time until I started actually taking off the rose-colored glasses.
Yeah.
It'd be like, y'all motherfuckers.
Blinders.
If a guy is just naturally nice to you, you look at him as he's a clown, or you can use him or some shit like that. Yeah, it's like, motherfucker, I want to be nice because you look good and you a woman. I guess that's not the right thing to do. So it's like with us, it's more. Well, I know with myself, it's like I'd rather have a real conversation or this and that and talk about the future, then we can figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Just as a father, as a man. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to use you. That's weird to go.
Really weird.
Especially getting into, you want to use somebody in a relationship? I understand. Well, this is what I do understand. Perks come with relationships, right? So it's not, you don't have to see what you get out of them because you're going to see that when you get with them. You're not going to have to talk about it until maybe you have to talk about it, but that's you trying to get something or them trying to get something out of you. You get in that relationship, you see, you know what I'm saying? You don't really got to ask because it's going to be natural.
It's natural.
It's going to be until you get with somebody for a long time and then you say, hey, I like this. That's different. I'm talking about in the beginning. You can see what type of person they are. So if it's all about restaurants and clothes and how much money you got, if that's in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Right. And then the slick ones who want to have the babies, that's like crucial. That's like a crucial, you straight bringing in kids to get child support?
Man, manipulation, that is fine.
That's not, and then you raising kids under that pretense. And that's why a lot of I be seeing these social media with these guys, the Fugazi podcast, and my thing is, motherfucker might not like what dude's saying, but it fits a lot of women.
It fits a lot of them.
A lot of them. And like I said, I have the experience. So, you know, I can sit here and I can take I chose them, just like my people say, I chose them, but I can say I chose them under bad advice and experience. I didn't know what the heck I was doing, because if I would have knew better, I would have done better. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being straight honest. But the experience, I don't think I would never take away of knowing, like, okay, you can think with us men, it's our egos. It's our egos. We thinking somebody's something that they're not, when they're steady telling you that that's not who they are.
Boy.
But our ego be so, you can, for me, and yeah, no. And I know this probably sound familiar to some of you females, but I'm just being honest. It's like, nah, you know, that story of, we was told them, I know I was, and my thing was, I don't even know, didn't nobody tell me about love, bro. I'm listening to R&B and back in the day music. And what did they say? Experience. So when you young, obviously, like, you would think, okay, you young, you gonna get better. You think you get better when you get older. This is just what you think. You don't think about the other way.
Worse?
You know, some people do. And you know it. Yeah. And it's better in whatever they in. You get what I'm saying? They getting better at getting worse as far as lying, stealing, cheating, whatever the hell they doing that they used to do when they was little, but now they getting.
Experience too.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been through that before. Next time I encounter that, I'm gonna have to get more slimy. You know what I'm saying?
Get slimier and slimier. Yeah. Hey.
It's a lot that think like that.
Yeah. That's what those are the people we run into that we thinking on the level that we ain't, and they be getting, they yang, if they was killers, you get what I'm saying? You know, we'd have been murked.
We had several bodies.
Several. You know, so shout out to Cash Ross. He said happy Father's Day to both of us.
Shout out, Cash, bro.
KB Candace Bailey said happy Father's Day. Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
We appreciate the love. All right, last point. What should Father's Day actually be? It shouldn't just be about grilling in the backyard. It should be about legacy.
It really needs to be a celebration of taking back what we once lost, which was that position in our families of leadership, of providing, of guidance. You know what I'm saying? It should be a celebration of that.
Yes, sir.
Every year, it reminds me of, in church they do, what do they call it? Communion. And the table always says up there, in remembrance of. That's what Father's Day should be. In remembrance of. Reiterating those morals and goals and drive and leadership and all of that, man. It should really be a celebration to reiterate that. You know what I'm saying? Especially to if you have a better half, spouse, baby mama, whatever it is, and those kids. It should be a moment to pause every year on Father's Day in remembrance of that position we play. Some of us play, and some of us should play, and that we gotta play.
Yes, sir. I'm with that. I like that.
Dope. Then fire up the grill.
Then fire up the grill. Cause I like the grill.
Ooh.
On piggybacking off Daddy Rich, should be about men raising kings and queens under pressure without applause. So this year, celebrate the fathers who didn't quit, who stayed in the fight even when the world gave them no credit. This just ain't about presence of praise. It's about presence. It's about purpose. And it's about putting respect back on fatherhood. All right. Man, so what's the real? Is it that fathers don't care? Or is it that nobody cares when they do?
Nobody cares when they do. That's intention, as we've been talking about. It's built that way.
Yeah.
Because how do I get to his woman if he's standing in front? How do I get to his son if he's standing in front? How do I get to his daughter if he's standing in front? How do I break down his lineage if he's protected?
Take them out.
They know if they show the ability not to care, some of us will just fall back. Well, man, I did that, man. They don't care about his own hand,
Yeah.
Fall back. Now, you left all this unguarded. I can get to that wife, that baby mama, that son, that daughter. You see what I'm saying? I can pervert that family lineage. I can ingest those things that aren't of manly and masculinity in his son. And maybe take those things of masculinity and jack that in his daughter.
Yeah.
But they can't do that when you holding it down. You guarding all that. You the first line of defense. And should be. They don't want to deal with man.
Not with the woman, too.
Because when it comes to protecting family, we guard that by all means, including bloodshed.
Yeah.
Real men will die for that.
Real talk.
I ain't talking about these cowards. Oh yeah, man, you can have my daughter, my son, man, I don't, as long as you don't call me no, man, I don't want to. We ain't talking about that.
Right.
We talking about stand up, 10 toes, real men. They don't want to deal with that.
Thank you for the happy Father's Day, Ebony the Doctor and LC Raz. All right, man. I think we hit some good points on this Father's Day show, of course, but we got some more segments to go through.
Yeah.
And y'all heard the questions, man. Make sure y'all answer in the DM or something. Let us know what's up and give us what do y'all think Father's Day should really be about? Except this watered down situation. Let's redefine what Father's Day should be. You know. So we'll see y'all. Yeah. Feed check-in, baby. Shout out to everybody who tuned in to the Philosophy Show. BGN Network. Shout out to Kimmy K. Shout out to Singer G. Y'all know what it is. The Yours Awards is coming November 11th. Y'all make sure y'all tune in, tap in. It's going down. Headliner Jay Waiters. We got Daddy Rich performing. We got Ray Lay Down the Truth performing. We got Truth, Jerry C. Lewis. It's going down. Y'all know what it is. But next segment is Memoirs of a Forgotten Father. There was a war. There was a war. A long one. A long one. Not fought with fists, but with silence. But with silence. Side eyes in the mirror. Back talk in my own mind. It was me versus me. The driven part versus the doubtful part. The light versus the shadow I never wanted to face. Every time I climbed, something in me whispered, sit down. Not you. Not yet. I thought it was them. The haters. The naysayers. But it was my own voice whispering in disguise, pulling strings behind my back, scared of my own shine. I found the white mailbox in my dream, full of colors, full of me. Letters I mailed to my soul when I forgot I had one. I opened them slow. Some I remembered. Innocence. $1 million. Humbleness. Honor. Love. But others had dust on them. Power. Equality. Rebirth. They were still sealed. Still sacred. That's when I knew. The hater in me was the part that didn't believe I could handle my own greatness. So I lit the candle, faced the mirror, no more begging to be seen. I saw me, and right there, in that silence, I called a truce. No winners, no losers, just a decision. We work together now. The doubter sits next to the dreamer. The fear walks with the faith. The scars don't speak louder than the story. I'm no longer cutting my wings just to fit in the cage I outgrew. This is the truce. This is the merge. This is the rise. From now on, me and me, we moving as one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That soliloquy truce with myself. You know, I think I talked about this a little bit, but you know, I have to take accountability for what's going on in my life. You know, that's just period. That's just something that stuck with me for a long time. So, you know, when I sit here and I talk about haters this, haters that, which it is haters out there. I'm not sitting there saying that it's not. But those haters don't have anything to do with your success. Period. Especially if you know that they're haters. You know, that's one thing. If you don't know a hater is a hater, that's the most dangerous hater of all. The ones you don't know that are haters. But if you know that they're a hater, that's pretty good. At least you can see them. You know what I'm saying? So I started to just reflect on, I'm seeing a lot of this. I can point out this. Let's turn it to myself. Had a dream. Like I said in the soliloquy, I had a dream. And it was a straight mailbox, right? White mailbox, whole lot of colored envelopes. So I remember it was things on the envelopes, but I didn't know what was on the envelopes. So I remember the dream. I went on ahead and deciphered what the dream meant, and I did a little, I went into a reflection, reliving that dream, and I wrote down what I remembered. And it was about 7 words. So I wrote them down, I looked at them, put them down, and then I tried to remember what I can remember from what I wrote down. I remembered 4 out of 7. The 3 I didn't remember was what my haters was keeping me away from in myself. Because I remember the other ones just off of remembering them. The other ones I couldn't remember. And it's like, okay. You can put that however you want to put it. I took it as, if I could remember these, they all came up at the same time. I read them all at the same time. Sit back. I remember these. I don't remember that. This is what's getting suppressed. So this is what I'm going to have to push out. And it made sense. It made sense of those 3 that I did. And I'm like, okay. All right. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that soliloquy, when I put people in the mind frame, these are visions that I'm putting out. You know what I'm saying? These are my dreams that I'm deciphering, is what I'm being told. So fighting without knowing, there's it, and this for people, you know what I'm saying? It's a war going on inside, and most don't even know when they've been drafted. I don't know if I figured it out, but I was drafted a long time, like young. I was young, just with dealing with my daddy and abusiveness, or not even before that, with the lady. I'm having sex with a grown ass lady. You know what I'm saying? Who's doing these things? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So it's no flag, it's no anthem, just tension, avoidance, and silence. So you gotta figure that out, man, because even just on the outside looking in, to myself, I feel very like I'm happy with my life, so it ain't like nothing wrong. I'm just trying to be better. It's like I'm trying to unlock a different level of myself, because if I'm still going, I can't say that, because I think another thing about being fathers and being men, if you thinking shit gonna stop, I don't think it's ever gonna stop. You get what I'm saying? You gotta think about that. Like, is it really ever going to stop? Is that your mental thinking that one day all your problems supposed to just go away? Right.
That's a fairy tale.
So it's like, that's what made me start thinking more about it. Like, okay, how can I say it? Am I enjoying what I'm doing? Because who are you comparing yourself to? That's number one. Because it's like, you sit back and you look at what you do, period. It's pretty fucking raw. When you can, if you actually compare it, if you start really comparing it. Now, if you try to compare yourself to somebody who got way more things that they can utilize than you, then you a fool. You shouldn't be comparing yourself. You should be learning more than comparing.
That sounds about right.
But if you straight trip off of what you doing around your peers, you should be very happy with yourself. I would believe. You know, so the mirror ain't always friendly. That's and I think my grandma and them for that, cause I learned. That's how I know my grandma and them had to talk to me. Like I told, like they had to talk bad about men. For me to say what she said, I said at that age, she had to be talking about men pretty bad for me to be like, I ain't gonna be one of them. You know,
that would bring that. Yeah, that would bring that statement out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, I remember saying it, but I don't remember. I don't all the way remember it. I don't even know if that makes sense. But for some reason, I think I remember saying it, but I don't remember saying it. Just like I don't remember her talking bad about, you know what I'm saying? It was probably the years that I was like 4, 5. It was baby to like 5, 4, around that age. So I don't remember that. I remember certain shit. Like she brought up a memory of me taking some money and going to the store. Like it was rent money. Like somebody left it on the table, and I guess I thought I just saw some money, grabbed it, and went to the store. And I'm all like, and then I think they said somebody came and I was at the store. They went and came and got me. It was like the store dude was like, I was wondering where you got all that money from. I'm all like this. That just let me know that at that age I knew what money was.
Definitely.
And I straight grabbed the whole rent money. But truth don't always look good on you, especially when it shows up in solitude, in regret, or in the things you swore you were done doing. So I'm trying to think. I done came to pretty experience in life. I have figured out that you change. So something you probably swore by, I say a year ago, could change a year after. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about, well, I say this. If it comes to your integrity, honor, line, and all that type of stuff, that's something, a horse situation. But I just remember when I was younger and it was like if my son was gay or something, I had a whole different outlook back then. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm way more open. I was more closed-minded back then. I felt like it would have hurt me somehow. It would have fucked up who I am as a person or whatever the case may be. But at this, where I'm at now, it's like, I'm not going to raise them to be homosexual. You know what I'm saying? But I will raise them to know that if that's what they're going to be, they need to be upfront about it. That's all I'm going to say to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's when it comes to the I think I had the same situation when it comes to my daughters. I'm not finna raise you to be that way, but if you're gonna be that way, be upfront. And I love you, period. My thing is, we're gonna accept each other. It's gonna be the same. If you want me to respect it, you're gonna have to respect me too. The respect gotta go both ways, because if you know I didn't raise you this way, that ain't got nothing to do with if I like them or they don't have. I'm talking about my household, in my personal space, period. If I didn't raise you to be that way, then if you turn that way, then it's gonna be some different stuff coming this way too for you and your brother, whoever it is. It's not gonna be the same. It's gonna have to be some adjustments.
Oh yeah, definitely adjustments.
So, with that being said, don't look at it as a bad or good thing. It's a learning thing. Because if it's a father who approaches that, who's open to talk about it and not shutting down and not even talking to you, then that's an open father, regardless of what anybody say. You get what I'm saying? That's an open father. That's a father talking about it. If some fathers would just disown it and be like, that's all they need to be gone.
Give me a reason.
Give me a reason, and that's the reason. Yeah. But if you got a father talking to you and just like, hey, we gonna have to have this situation however it is. If the daddy don't want to see you like that, then respect your father when you come around him, or don't come around him. But don't put it on him like he wrong for feeling how he feel.
Ain't his bag to carry.
Nah, it's not. It's really nobody's bag to carry but yours.
True.
And that's what one thing I didn't get about, I got the undercovers. Y'all don't want to know. Y'all don't want nobody knowing about it, which is whack too. But if you are straight up front homosexual and somebody don't like it, you should be kind of used to that. You should understand that might happen a lot.
It's a lot that come with it.
That's going to come with it. But I'm pretty sure even the people I be around, don't nobody act like that toward gay people. I don't see it. It's everybody cool. As long as you're not disrespecting nobody, and it'd be a lot more disrespect by the motherfuckers who claim they get disrespected. From what I be seeing.
It's some out of pocket.
A whole lot of it. And so, the mirror ain't always friendly, man. There's one thing too, man, that I've learned. Peace ain't peaceful, bro. Peace ain't passive. Man. People think peace mean like you just. That's not. No, peace. Nah.
Sugar and cinnamon and sprinkles.
Nigga, peace is war. Yeah. Depending on. So, let's have a conversation, bro.
Let's do.
And I can say this for real. I do not know. But how can you have peace living on the street as a panhandler that's homeless? Where does your peace come from?
All I could think of is not having the same responsibilities as us that do, fill them roles.
Mm-hmm.
They peace may come at, man, I ain't gotta worry about how to pay the rent or the bills.
Yeah.
Putting gas in my car, man, it's peaceful.
Yeah.
If they ain't got all those responsibilities.
Hey.
I can see peace coming in, you know what I'm saying?
That's why I say they own to something, but I don't think I'm on to it.
That wouldn't work for me, though. Us as Americans, just with our luxuries.
Yeah. Being able to be in that box that we paying a lot of money for.
Oh, yeah. It's not costing me. You know what I'm saying? I can be all day.
What about when that? Because my thing is, I guess we so, like you said, we so spoiled to the luxuries. I like sleeping outside in the bitter cold, bitter rain. I know they find places where they can figure it out, because you got to. I'm pretty, I done seen these abandoned buildings. Motherfuckers be living all through them motherfuckers. So it's like sex, like what the, like, dude, oh man, I'm this just flashed back in my head, bro. So you remember old girl who I had evicted from the duplex, right? The dude that was claiming that was her nephew was actually her pimp, pretty much, or her boyfriend. Come to find out, and she told me this out her own mouth. I was like, I thought that was your nephew. He said that was nah, that was my guy. I'm like, oh, I knew he was lying. He was a straight lying motherfucker though. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of figured he was lying. But I rolled out to go do some shit early in the morning, and I come pulling back in. Why this dude in a heroin head or a crackhead in my fucking garage trying to smash?
Huh?
Yes, bro. I'm like, he's like, oh, my bag. Like, that's the same shit they was doing in the crib, dog. All they was doing was doing drugs and fucking and all that. They was just, like, this dude straight had the door propped open. I mean, tried to lock it from that side. I'm like, y'all, this is ridiculous. Yeah, bro. Hey, I'm just, hey.
I'm like, out of all the things that you could be thinking about, that's on your mind.
In my, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Doors in the.
And this was early in the morning, daylight too. And then I guess they thought I wasn't coming back. I don't know, bro. But finding peace ain't about being still. It's about confronting the chaos. And not everybody survives that confrontation. You gotta remember that, boy. It ain't the world. It ain't the ex. It ain't the system. It's the story you telling yourself to avoid changing. That's real talk. Truth with myself, man. So, yeah.
I'm gonna lie to myself to avoid change.
Crazy. No doubt. LC Raz in the place to be, man. Again, bro. We have the rebirth of Louis Wood Radio.
Yeah.
It's starting July 4th. Got my boy LC Raz. It's on, man. Our first guest will be Jay Waiters and Damo Footprint Wilson. Damo, he the one who did the video. We're gonna have some good stories for y'all, man. And Jay Waiters featuring on Ride. So we dropping it. It's gonna be that's gonna be the exclusive. July 4th. Fireworks, baby. You know how we do it. Chilling like a mug, man. So let me see what we got for next week. We gotta keep y'all popping, man. Next episode topic, because most of our watchers, or my watchers that be on, when I look on the page and be seeing how many watches us, it be mostly dudes. At first I was kind of mad, but at the same time it's like, okay, the Most High, you can't really be mad at what is they must like what they heard.
Thanks, fellas.
Thank you, homies. We appreciate that. So I know that this is always a topic, and this is for decades and decades of individuals. And that's the MJ versus LeBron.
Ooh.
So why can't both be great? That's my question. And That's a wrap for this week episode of Philosophy Show. But next week we tapping into the debate that never dies, and I don't think it's gonna die. And it might die early, I don't know. Michael Jordan versus LeBron James. Is it really about greatness, or is it about picking sides? We can't celebrate both. One changed the culture, the other changed the game. One never lost, the other never folded. Two eras, two legends, and somehow we still act like there can only be one king. Next week, we unpack it all. The stats, the pressure, the mentality. Not to crown a winner, but to ask a bigger question. Why do we struggle to honor more than one kind of greatness? This ain't just a podcast. This the Philosophy Show. We'll see y'all next week.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, another pretty day. Bowling Green as far as St. Louis. It is officially barbecue weather. Vito banging that boy Tweez, huh? This is for Kings Highway. Hell no, you don't see me, ain't no money where you be at. Fuck, you gon' see me and they hate me where you be at. Now you don't see me as a sucker where you be at. No, you don't see me if they trippin' where you be at. That part, one thing for certain, two things for sure. Wasn't invited, motherfucker, don't go. What you said, and we were texting SMH. It is what it is, and make no mistakes. Goddamn club got where it starts too late. Overwhelmed by foo-foo, too grown to play. Enjoy setting with friends, some real Uno. Skip, reverse, change the color, draw for more. Now you don't see me, ain't no money where you be at. Fuck, you gon' see me and they hate where you be at. Now you don't see me as a sucker where you be at. No, you don't see me if they trippin' where you be at. That part, that part, that part. When I step up in the place, that's guaranteed money. A lot of smiles and grins, but I don't see nothing funny. Had to cut them clowns short. No, I don't play dummy. Setting up the table, cause I know the meal is coming. I don't fuck with who you fuck with, I don't see the point. If I'm smoking big blunts, why you rolling joints? Never legal with the promos, the people choice champ for Bowling Green and Collinsville, I'm stamped. Later count, why you hating on me? Cause it's slated for me. Need to get up off your ass, you might get in my G. Stop supporting them lanes, put most high in the game. Stop that capping type shit and stop passing the blame. I can't fuck with no haters, I done did that way back. Heart open, no jack, but homie became straight rag. That's facts, so I move accordingly. Stay cornball free, man, you can't get close to me. Hell no, you don't see me, ain't no money where you be at. Fuck, you gon' see me and they hatin' where you be at. Now you don't see me as a sucker where you be at. No, you don't see me if they trippin' where you be at. That part, that part, that part. You a fool, Vito Banger. That part, that part, that part, that part. Yeah, I wanna hear that one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the top of the shop, where it's always 4:20. Welcome, St. Louis. Put your feet up. Let's get you more adjusted.
Oh, there you go, sir. The blood is at your pleasure. And here's your life. Enjoy.
Yours awards.
Young man. Ruined. Paranoid.
Hold up. Plugs don't take pictures. Hold up. Plugs don't take pictures. Here. This a photo opportunity. Look here. This photo opportunity.
Okay, we back. People's Choice. Tweezy the Don.
Tweezy, tell us about some new business endeavors you have coming.
You know, trying to get people to come together.
Yours awards.
What?
What?
You say something?
Mm-mm.
Yours awards.
Huh?
What?
Yours awards.
Huh?
What?
What?
Yours awards.
What? Huh?
Yours awards.
What?
Huh?
Yours awards.
What?
What?
Yours awards.
What?
Yours awards. Yours awards.
What?
Yours awards.
Don't.
A photo opportunity.
Jump out the whip, that's clean enough to pull your mama. Black on black 44, call it Barack Obama. I see them watching, they watch me, but they can't see me. Real respected like Trump, but my moves not sleazy. Take it.
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. Do it again now. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
Yours awards.
Huh? Wait, how'd you end up wearing my bonnet?
She slid in my ride. She made me wanna.
Hey! You've been sitting there with your mouth open for 30 seconds. So, what happened next?
I don't know. She started hiding her bonnets after that. I don't know what happened.
So, what's the Yours Awards?
I have no idea. What you think it is?
Well, it could be a collection of entrepreneurs and overall successful people, poets, actresses, singers, models, business owners, so on and so forth, that get recognition all throughout the city of St. Louis.
I was thinking more OnlyFans.
I could see that.
She took me for a ride.